Hello everyone. So today we are going to implement the audio settings. So here I have master volume, music volume, mesh effects and voice volume. So if I reduce the master volume like this, you can see all the sounds are gone. And if I keep the master volume up and change the music volume to 0, you can still be able to hear the background bird noises and the sea noises like this. And if I reduce this effects volume also, that background ambient sound is also gone. So yeah, similarly we have this voice volume that can be assigned for speaking sound clips as the sound class, so we can control that as well. Alright, so let's see how to implement this today. And this episode is sponsored by these generous patrons. Thank you very much for the support. Right, so we have already implemented this UI for the audio options, and we can access it like this. When we play the game under settings, we have audio options and sliders and everything is working, but we haven't implemented the actual functionality yet, and that's what we are going to do today. Right, so first let me check the audios we have. So we have this beach audio and some other sounds, effect sounds like this. So first we need to implement sound classes in order to change these different sounds. So master volume, music, SFX, voice. So first let me create a folder, sound classes, and then let's create sounds classes, sound class. I'll call it master, and let me duplicate this. Let me open it. So this is all I see at the moment. Let me duplicate, let's call it music, effects basically, and voice. That's all right. Yeah, okay. Now open the master, and here we can define child classes. So under master we need to have all other classes as child classes. So I'll assign FX and music and voice. Yeah, that's all. Okay, right, now for each of these classes we need to create sound mixes also. Let's call it master mix, and here we can use this to like override and set the volume levels and other settings for the sound. So at the moment I don't need to do anything. Master mix, music mix, voice mix, FX mix. Right, then under audio options, oh wait, first I have to assign default submix. We can assign it like this. Select the node master mix. I don't need to make any changes. Music mix. Effects mix. Voice mix. Alright, now I have to make sure all my sounds that I have used are already assigned with proper classes. So for beach, bush rustle, and whack and pencil, all are actually effects. But this pencil sound is something that comes up that is related to UI, and at the moment I don't have any music or any other voices. So for the pencil class I'll assign voice just for testing, and for these three property matrix and sound class. Where's the class? FX. Right, so I downloaded this music and let me import it. Okay, so I'll set it to loop. And set the sound class to music. Right, then let me just drag and drop it here so it will play by default. Okay, I can hear it, see. And if I make this a UI sound, I would be hearing it always, even if I'm not even if I haven't started the game. Let's see, now I can hear it from the beginning. Right, so I can hear the sound in UI because of this. So if I make it like this, I don't hear it anymore. Okay, now let's see. We have sounds in all the types. Let's implement then sounds. So wait, okay, I can still hear the music when I play the game. Great. Right, now here let me select one of these sliders. Here we need to assign which functions to be called on the values changed. So let's go to the option slider, and here we already have one value changed, event dispatcher. Yeah, I think this comes from, well, this is actually something we defined for this option line. Yeah, here we manually created that, so this is not something we have by default in there, we just created it, and I duplicated that option slider. Because of that we have it. So if you don't have it, just do it like this, create a new dispatcher and give any name you like, but I'm going to use this one. Okay, now here on value change dispatcher, let's add the input. As the input, let's set it as value. Right, now select the slider and go to on value changed. So here what we are going to do is we are going to call this on value changed event dispatcher with the value of the slider. Right. Okay. Now let's go to audio options and the graph. Right, let me add output here, and I need references for all of these volume sliders: volume, music, master, SFX, and voice. Copy, go back, paste, and again add a reroute node, another reroute node, select this and collapse. Assign callbacks because I'm gonna assign callbacks here. Right, so okay, volume master, let's bind event to one value change. Here let's add a custom event like this: on master value, no, on master not value, volume changed. And let's define this function also here. So here what we need to do is this: we have the value, we can use this sets sound mix class override, and I'm gonna select the master mix and input sound class as master. So here as the volume I'm gonna use this value. Right, so I also have to do this: go to project settings, project settings, and here type sound. Then you get default audio sound class, default media sound class, default bass sound mix. So select master, the master class you created for both of these, and the master mix we created. Wait, I don't think we need this at the moment. These by default these are there, so I'm not going to make any changes. Right, now if you go here, go to audio, and here if you change this, see, the volume changes, the master volume changes. Let me go, leave it like this, apply, and go back and go to game. See, none of the sounds are there. Cool. And now in the same way, let's implement for other sound classes as well. Let's duplicate the same setup. And let's bind it to this music volume. I'll rename this on music volume changed. Right, so here as the mix modifier use music mix, and as the input sound class use music. Oh, sorry, this is not what we need to connect. This is what we need to connect. Alright, and similarly let's connect other two, volume SFX and voice SFX. Right, this should go here, and this one should go here. I'll rename this on SFX volume changed. Change this to FX mix and FX class. On voice volume changed, change the mix to voice mix and class to voice class. Okay, now shall we test? Here if I reduce the music volume, I still be able to hear other effects volumes. So similarly, if I can manually change these SFX and voice volumes as well. Right, so let's test this again. If I change the master volume, you can see all the sounds are gone, and if I keep the master volume and reduce music volume, you see music is still reduced, and if I set it to 0, even if the master is 1, we can't hear it. So it's like a multiplier of this master volume is already applied to this music volume. Right, now let's set the music to 0 and go back to the game. So we should still be able to hear other sounds like this. Okay, so I close the game. Let me go here and keep the music and set the SFX to 0 and go back. Now we can hear the music. Are we hearing this? See? We got the drinking water sound. That's because I think I haven't assigned the proper class for that. Right, the problem was I have assigned the master class for the collapse sound Q. I had to change it to FX sound. Okay, I hope explosion fire. Oh, we have a bunch of other sounds. I think it's better to change. These are like steam, fire, light, they are like effect sounds, so I'll change their sound class to FX. Save. Right, now test. I'll set this FX to 0 and play the game. can't hear the sounds. Okay, falling down sound is also not heard. Right, so it is working as expected, but I get this pencil sound. That's because I have assigned the speech sound class for this pencil sound. See, I have not the speech voice sound class because that's kind of like a UI element, and I don't have any other voices to demonstrate it. Okay, so everything is working as expected, and I'm going to stop this episode right here. So in the next episode, let's see how to load the previous settings that we have assigned for the audio settings, and how to populate the menu, change these values to match the previous settings we had in the previous session. Okay, so alright, and thanks for watching. So if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club, and the project files will be available for the download. Link would be in the description below, and see you in another episode. Goodbye.